Welcome back to Reality NSFW. And before we get started tonight, we want to give you a quick word about one of our sponsors, and that's NordVPN. They're going to get you secure and private access to the internet. A VPN service provides you a secure encrypted tunnel for online traffic to flow. Nobody can see through the tunnel and get their hands on your internet data. NordVPN is the best VPN if you're looking for peace of mind when you use public Wi-Fi, access personal and work accounts on the road, or want to keep your browsing history to yourself.
Do you use Windows at work, Mac OS at home, and Linux for your special projects? No problem. There's a NordVPN application for each of these, plus apps for iOS, Android, and Android TV. Oh, and also encrypted proxy extensions for Chrome and Firefox. Best of all, with one NordVPN account, you can secure up to 6 devices at one time. Now, buffering is the ultimate buzzkill, so no streaming or downloading files with a slow internet connection is not an option. No worries. You just need a VPN service that offers a fast connection with no limits on bandwidth. You need NordVPN. Choose from over 5,500 NordVPN servers in 59 countries and enjoy the fastest VPN experience. Having more servers means less load in the wide variety of locations means there's a higher chance you'll find one nearby.
That's right. They have super fast servers. There's over 5,000 of them in 59 countries. You can unlock Netflix and your favorite entertainment websites. Plus, you get a 30-day money-back guarantee, which protects your data while you're traveling and in public, whether you're going to airports, coffee shops, wherever. They also have a CyberSec suite, which helps as an ad blocker. You can get a faster connection with Nord links, and there's no data logging. On top of all that, there's 24/7 customer support, whether you want to live chat or email. You can connect up to 6 simultaneous connections, and double data encryption allows you to have increased anonymity.
Hey, we have a special deal for our listeners. Go to nordvpn.com/survivornsfw and use the coupon survivornsfw at checkout to get a two-year plan with a huge discount, plus one additional month for free. That's NordVPN, NordVPN/SurvivorNSFW. And be sure to use that code SurvivorNSFW to get a 2-year plan with a huge discount, plus one additional month for free. NordVPN.com/survivor. And that code again is SurvivorNSFW.com.
And here we are talking episode 8 of the challenge. You know, right from the top, in case you thought, man, Reality NSFW, those some sick motherfuckers. You're right. We can't stay healthy around here. I had COVID. Now Marie's sick tonight, so Marie's not joining us. She's not doing well. So we send her our best wishes tonight, but she'll be back again soon.
I thought we were sick motherfuckers for other reasons.
Hey, you know, I thought so too, but now I get what everyone's saying.
Okay. It's just diseases.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, let's hope that Marie comes back with a negative test, is just feeling under the weather from from snow and all that going on in the crazy New York area.
Yeah, absolutely. Fortunately, episode 8 had a lot going on, so I think we're going to have a lot to talk about. And our boy Josh, who is very controversial, takes a front seat for us. So I'm excited. You have hung out with Josh, so I'm excited to hear your opinion.
Yeah, and I watched Josh's live stream on Instagram with Fessy right after the episode. It was the first episode I've watched this season in real time.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
impressive.
Crazy. And then I got to watch him talk to Fessy, and oh boy, do I have something to say about that.
Fessy talking is usually a win.
Yeah. Well, Fessy was laying in bed, of course, with no shirt on. So
that's all he does. Yep.
Josh, Josh was normally dressed because, it was 9:30 p.m. So, like a normal person. So the episode starts with Jay with brushing his teeth, same previously on. It's a little thing. I love it. I mean, as I said, Harkering? Is that a word? Maybe.
No.
It's not hankering back.
Hearkening.
Harkening. That's what I was looking for. Harkening back to Survivor seasons prior to my first season of Pearl Islands. This is a buff. It was so cool to hear them, like brag about buffs and how to use a buff, just for the sake of potentially being on the commercial and to grab someone, ad lib, in the, just normal doldrums of their day doing the previous sound. I think it's a cool thing.
I think it's cool to see the person who was just eliminated doing it, kind of like paying homage back to the person who just went home. I really enjoy that.
Yeah. So, but speaking of buffs, the brand new reality NSFW buff available right now. I started. Hey, look at there.
Boom.
Do you love it?
Oh, it's so fucking cool. If you are a Survivor fan, yeah, it's so awesome. It's our faces on a buff, the reality NSFW buff. That color, that pinky purple, is such a unique color for an official buff. I love it.
Yeah, it's very, very unique. And so for those of you wondering, like buffs are what we wear on Survivor, there's a huge collectability factor involved in a buff, like, buffs from other seasons or whatever. Like, some are harder to find than others. Some go for up to, $500, $600 on eBay. Well, this is the most limited edition buff, most limited edition Survivor related buff of all time, because it has me and Matt's face on it. The logo, I don't know if a lot of people know this. The logo, that's actually a fire token in tribute to winners that wore the fire tokens.
Unless
then
it's just a circle if CBS is asking.
Yeah, it's just a circle. So I don't think they call it that. But it's I only did a run of 100, so it is easily the most limited edition buff of all time. I'm not doing another run. I might do another buff, but I'm not doing that buff. So in the history of buffs, the most limited edition. So honestly, if you're looking for the reality podcast, GameStop, behind the scenes insider scoop, this is it. Buy one of these fucking buffs for $50 on eBay and sell it this summer for $100. So, or wait till next year and sell it for $200. So crazy fans will buy it. I promise.
Yes. Yeah, they're way over halfway gone in like a week and very little promotion. So
6 days in, and I started with 100, and I'm down to, I think, less than 40. So that's pretty fucking crazy. So I'm at Jonny Fairplay on Twitter, Instagram, and I think I'm facebook.com/Jonny Fair. Anyway, you'll see there's on Twitter, I have a pinned tweet with the link to the eBay. Get yourself one. As I said, just make some money this summer. I don't give a fuck if you wear it or not. And if you want, I'll personalize or sign them. I'll sign the buff and the card if you want. Signing the buff kind of sucks because sometimes you get a shitty autograph. So I would just request that I sign the card. But anyway, so enough about that. Jay's brushing his teeth. Good to see Jay at least one last time. I'm kind of new to this whole challenge thing. It's been years since I've watched the challenge since we started our coverage. So there's a reunion show.
Yes.
So we'll see Jay at the reunion.
Well, probably. They don't always bring everyone to the reunion show.
Okay. Well, I think Jay
earned a spot.
Yeah, I think, Michie, we'll see.
Yeah, that's one of my big questions I want to discuss later is who of the rookies has really made enough of an impact? Because they, I think, are underwhelming as a crew at this point. We were really high on them to start, but oof.
I think they're playing a good game as far as aligning together, spotting who the threats are. Mm-hmm. It's just the execution of elimination where they deeply fail.
Yeah, no, I agree. And I know, like, I've seen there was a lot of drama in the house between some of the rookies that we haven't gotten to see on the show. But man, I got to think a lot of these people are never coming back.
What did we miss?
Oh, I don't know exactly what the drama was. I know there was drama between some of the rookies.
Okay.
And that MTV was not airing it to save face for them, or that's what I've read from rumor and innuendo on the internet. But what's behind that, I have no idea.
Okay, I can live with that. So, we have the everyone returning to the compound. I was just trying to think of the word for the house. I think the compound is the best descriptor. And Cam wants Teresa to go in against Casey, so she'll be eliminated, but wouldn't mind Lolo as a backup plan.
I mean, if you want to get Teresa out, I think Casey and Lolo are your go-tos. Yeah.
Yeah. So Teresa has definitely put herself at the forefront of the girls' targets, I think. Well, I mean, she didn't make her way into the crater this week, but I think they were pretty sure that we were going to get amends. And I think we learned something that I hadn't picked up on previously. If there's a female rogue agent, that pretty much guarantees you'll get a female crater challenge.
Right. Yeah. They want to keep the numbers even, or only one plus to either side.
So do you think they just figured this out too?
I honestly think there have been so many eliminations outside of the crater, so many DQs for various reasons, that I think it's been very hard for them to keep track of what the show is going to do production wise. I mean, how many people have gone home outside of the crater? It's like 5 at this point, right?
Yeah, but we hear them say, I mean, like in previous episodes, they're like, you never know if it's going to be a guys or girls.
Yeah.
But we actually hear the verbiage. We'll know for sure it's a women's elimination if there's a female rogue agent.
Yeah, I think if there's just one rogue agent and it's like the way it's moving, I think they've figured this out. I don't think production probably told them that. I think they've been able to deduce this the way the show's gone.
But I feel like they just figured this out.
Yeah.
Maybe not. I mean, because like I felt prior to now, they're just like, I don't know. And I'm just like, I don't know either. But I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I mean, I like well, and we see No Hype Network. I'm surprised we haven't gotten still haven't gotten a double limb. I think that's coming. I mean, got the key to reality shows is, as Roddy Piper said, just when they think they have the answers, I change the questions. That's the key to good reality TV, I think.
Yeah, no, I agree. There hasn't been like a big twist really this season. There was, of course, TJ being like, you don't compete, I'm taking your vote away from you. But yeah, I think we're going to get some sort of surprise double elimination, some sort of purge coming up that's going to be something with the
So how does the purge work?
Last place, you're out on the daily. And honestly, if you come in last place on the daily challenge, you're out.
You're just out?
Yeah.
Like no eliminator.
Yeah, no elimination. You're purged.
Wow.
So yeah, I think that, a lot of people in the chat are saying a double this week. I think that makes a lot of sense.
Okay.
We'll see what happens.
I don't know if I like this or don't like this purge thing. I mean, because think about it. I have mixed emotions with CT, right? Mm-hmm. And like this week, I think I like him, and I love Big T, like that. There's no inner conflict there. CT, a little bit of conflict internally, right. but Big T lover. Big T could theoretically finish last, no problem.
Yeah, that's fair.
And potentially purged.
Potentially, I mean, yeah, for sure.
Okay, and what about Fessy and Anissa potentially finish last, even though they have skulls purged?
Yeah. Fucking hilarious if that happened. I would adore that. That would be such a good twist.
I really wanted Fessy and Anissa to go in this week. I mean, and I thought what? We'll get there.
But what if we roll in next week and it's an endurance challenge and it's a purge? I am gonna laugh my ass off watching Fessy get eliminated because Anissa can't do endurance. That is gonna be hilarious.
I mean, but aren't the finals always an endurance thing?
Oh yeah, I don't really know how she's planning on doing a final anyways. I know a lot of people have speculated on that, but we'll see. I
mean, is it like
I don't know if I've ever seen a final that I think Anissa would win at this point. Especially not the ones they've been doing lately.
Yeah, I mean, like,
That's what I'm talking about in the last like 6 or so seasons. Yeah.
yeah, like, I mean, like, I've called highlights, and I'm just like, Jesus Christ! I mean, like, like, I think a good team that could compete and possibly not win would be like Bear Grylls and Jonathan, the host of Australian Survivor, and maybe not even finish.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. I'll be
But
interested to see how that goes because there's a lot of people who I don't see as big threats for a final still in the game right now.
yeah, but Anissa's like, yeah, gonna get that final, and I'm like, all right, good on you. Hey, positivity.
Yeah.
Say it, think it, believe it. Right?
No, I mean she seems to be stronger and in better shape than she has been the last couple times she came back. So I'm pulling for her. I love Anissa, but I don't see it with what we saw in that mini final.
No, no. All right. Next up, Lolo and Nam are fighting. Oh my God. Let's rewind. We're on week 8 now. Weeks 1, 2, and 3. We're just like, oh my God, these guys are in love. Just imagine the babies. They went from in love to married. And I've been there, brother. This sucks. They cannot even look at each other for a conversation.
No, and this is going to be the theme of the episode is Lolo is always right, but she expresses herself like an insane person. Like what she's saying, I'm like, yeah, no, I agree with you. Like, Nam, those people are obviously not with you. Why are you trusting them and doing what they want? But Lolo, that is not the way to get your partner in line, is to like dress him down like this publicly while people are walking by and CT's chiming in. This is not a good move.
Well, what if Nam is right? Maybe what if they're like, "Hey, we like you, Nam. We don't like your crazy partner, Lolo." Because I think maybe the argument is not exactly what you're saying, but it's what I'm pulling out of what Lolo is saying. And what I'm grasping is she's like, Nam, this might work for you, but they're not trying to help me. And we're a team.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I do think they would be more in line to work with Nam than they would with Lolo, but Lolo's biggest point of reference is she's not going to get put in the crater anytime soon because they don't want her to get a skull. Nam also is one of the handful of dudes stranded without a skull right now, and no one's being like, hey, let's put Nam in and let him get a skull. So he might think they're with him and they might be willing to work with him, but I don't think anyone wants to see him in a final with them either.
No, well, I think they're willing to. I mean, from what Cam said at the beginning of the episode, she wants Teresa gone. She really wants Casey to do it. But if Casey isn't available or can't, for whatever reason, Lolo's her backup. So I feel like she's willing to work with Lolo, and I don't think that Lolo's aware of this.
Yeah, no. I mean, we've watched Lolo on Big Brother. Social game, maybe not the strong suit.
Well, I'm thinking that there's a fear that you can't tell Lolo anything.
We've seen a couple times where people have told her things, and she, like, what was she? She was confronting someone in the kitchen. Was that Teresa? It didn't even have to do with Lolo, and she heard from someone else that they were mad at Teresa, and Lola just immediately takes the other person's intel and confronts Teresa about it.
Yeah. So I think Lolo's showing, she's the kind of person you can't give information to or, get ready for crazy Lolo. But, at the same time, like, how great was CT with just hey, just win. Just win a daily and you'll get your skull. It's pretty easy. Like there's the strat. Like, I'm stuck with a partner that I potentially can't win a daily, but if you guys were to look in the mirror and then at each other, you could.
Yeah, like almost everyone else who hasn't won a daily or hasn't gotten a skull, I can understand why they haven't. But then you look at Nam and Lolo, and it's just purely what? Choking, lack of communication, something.
I think,
or maybe challenges that aren't suited to him.
Yeah, well, I think on that first one with the or not the first one, the one with the barrel on there or the metal log, the cylinder.
Right.
I think there was just poor communication and strategy in that. I think they had the tools to win that, but lacked the strategy and definitely communication.
Yeah, like looking at them on paper, there's no way Jay and Teresa should be beating Nam and Lolo at that challenge. That would have been their one.
Yeah. So, but I don't know. But it made for good. As I said, CT just walking by and just giving words of wisdom. I was just like, do I love CT this week? I think I do.
I always love CT. Yeah, he's hilarious. So.
Okay. All right. Well, I do not always love him, but you know what? If it's up for debate every week, he's doing a lot better than the people that I don't like. Right?
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. Definitely. Yeah. Definitely. Next, we see the guys sweating because there's only one skull left.
Yeah.
And they're brainstorming a Josh versus Fessy showdown in the crater.
Yeah.
Good move, bad move?
I liked it. So, and I also like Leroy, easily the nicest guy in the house, openly working with Devin and Kyle, the two biggest snakes in the house.
Yes.
I like that alliance.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of always Leroy's position. He's right next to the people stirring up shit, and he's always the likable option to the side.
Yeah, I mean, like, you know, I feel like that they've been a peripheral alliance, but I feel like they're becoming more so because of the Cam connection, you know, with Kyle and, you know, Kyle and her working together. So do you think they worked, that Kyle works with, or Cam works with Kyle for the final?
That's a good question. I would be really like, how weird would that be if Leroy and Cam are both in the final and not partnered up together? I guess they've got a better chance if there's like 4 teams in the final. They got a 50% shot. But
I mean, you think that's what the logic is? It's like,
I don't know. Would you rather have a 50% chance at $500,000 or a 25% chance at $1 million? All
right. So Leroy has Casey.
Yeah. And Cam has Kyle. Those are 2 strong pairs.
I think I roll the die. Like I think you go with the odds there.
Yeah, I would too.
I mean, like, I think Leroy and Cam might be the greatest pair possible. However, you never know what that final is going to consist of. Maybe there's one thing that both Cam and Leroy aren't good at.
Yeah. Yeah, and also, like, some of these big guys are going to have to go at each other because there's no skulls left. And, like, we could see Fessy going down against Nam. Fessy wins. Fessy's not keeping Anissa. He's going to steal probably either Casey or Cam. So those pairs are going to get broken up.
Okay. Wow. I love the strategy part. I just don't understand the fact that it feels like this week people decided, oh, I need a skull. And it's just like, yeah, I don't feel as though TJ could have stressed it any fucking more. You need a fucking skull to run my final.
Yeah, you know who didn't though? Michie. Michie was like, I'm good this week. I really don't need a skull.
I think Michie. I think if they told Michie this is the last week to get a skull, I think Michie would still say it's cool.
Yeah.
I think craft services is pretty strong at the challenge, and Michie's just fine, just hanging out and you know, singing songs.
Yeah, that'd be fun. I get a little bit more airtime, a little bit more pay.
Yeah, I think Michie thinks he's on Are You the One or whatever, or X on the Beach or whatever.
Yeah, one of those two, whatever his show was, for sure.
Yeah, I think that's the issue. I don't think anyone's told Michie he was on the challenge, and if they have not explained the rules.
No, he's just still giving the good confessionals and then doing basically nothing. Every time they're asking him about the game, you can tell the producers are like, "So what's your strategy?" He's like, "I'm still trying to figure stuff out. I really have no idea." Like, it's Elimination 8, man. Come on.
I would like to imagine that every time that TJ says, "And you need a skull to run my final," like every time, like Michie's talking with someone, they're like, Michie, he's like, yeah. That would make me feel good. Like if there was just video footage of every single time, like he's like, "So what are you wearing tomorrow?" And they're like, "Hey, TJ," he's like, "He's been talking for the last 20 minutes. I'm good." I like him. Like, but I don't have to hear every word he says. Like something about a skull. I got it. I don't know.
Just looking over at Kyle with the skull tattoo, like, oh, he's got one. Damn, I gotta get a skull tattoo.
Yeah, I got to get a skull tattoo. We're good. So yeah, here we go. Amber Waves. They can't swim or do puzzles. I think Amber is referring to Cam and Leroy. We'll see.
Oh yeah, Leroy's bad in the water.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
the good thing is they're in Iceland. I can't imagine there's so much water, or they don't give a fuck.
I don't know. I've traveled a lot in Iceland. I can't imagine how much water they're going to be able to incorporate into a final.
Yeah, I mean, but I just can't like the human body couldn't take. I mean, like, I don't think the final needs to be fucking fishing out near dead people from a quarter of the challenge.
Well, no, I mean, I'm like, also literally Iceland is an island, like really far away from anything. And there's not like there are some lakes in it, but I don't think it would be a very dramatic final. I don't see why they would do that, but
okay. So
yeah, no, I think that the cold weather is going to play definitely a factor in this. And while we're talking about cold weather, I just want to throw it out there. I'm sick of cold weather seasons. Can we go back to a warm weather season? What the fuck?
Yeah. So Amber says here they have a scuba daily coming up as we see on the previews. Yeah, but I don't think it's going to be part of the final. So I think we're going to get that underwater aspect out of the way. And as far as Madeline, not sure. My daughter's Madeline. Who's left that can do a puzzle? No one. So yeah, you don't have to worry about that. Everyone is an idiot when it comes to puzzles.
Trusted on that slide puzzle. He's pretty good.
Oh, Josh King of the slide puzzle. I don't think we're going to get slide puzzles going forward. He was not good on number. Hey, what 8 times 6?
Yeah. Who in the world had this on their bingo card? Josh, really good at puzzles, the mental part of the competition, really shit at the physical part. I certainly didn't. That blew me away.
Yeah. Well, I can't wait
about that.
Can't wait to discuss. So we see that Devin's master plan at this point, or actually, I guess more so Kyle, because he wants revenge, really wants to put that target on Fessy and Anissa. And this is one of those deals where I guess this has been a recurring theme with Kyle. Once something happens to him, he's out for revenge.
Yeah, that's Kyle's deal. Yeah. I don't know how much he'll act on it, but he will talk a lot about it.
Okay. Well, the good thing is he has Cam to kind of rein him in a little bit. And if you're going to have a partner that could rein you in, I can't imagine anyone more reigning than Killer Cam. Like if I have this great, like, if just like I'm going to fuck over Zack and I'm going to burn down his house. And if Killer Cam's like, yeah, you ain't going to do shit. I'm like, well, I mean, we don't have to do nothing. Like, yeah. She's an intimidating person, as we find out later. I mean, like Kyle's like, I can't beat CG. I don't think I can beat Cam. I think he's right.
Yeah. No, she did such a good job. Kyle's like, relishing getting some revenge, and she's just like, yeah, okay, next topic. Like, he just gets to trail off.
Yeah. So next we hear from Josh, and he wants some respect on his name. Whew. Yeah. If I were to ever go back on Survivor and you ever hear me say those words, put some respect on my name, feel free to slap me the next time you see me in public.
Well, that's what damn it, you took my note. Yeah, that's exactly what I wrote down. Is the quickest way to lose respect is to say, put respect on my name.
It's so weak. I mean, like, when did that saying come out?
I don't know. I don't know what that is. It's lame.
It's so lame, right? I don't know. I like Josh, and like I said, it's just like, and he even says it later, and I'm just like, oh, stop saying it. Like, I mean, like, how many times do you think he said it for them to catch it? At least twice.
I don't know. And I know Tori was saying that when Tori went home, she was like, put some respect on Anissa's name. Like, it was kind of like, oh, 2004 MTV. That was cool.
Yeah. I'm almost okay with it if you're saying that to someone about someone else, but you can't say it about yourself. It's like The Rock, it's just like The Rock says, and you're just like, oh man, that's so cool when The Rock does that. And then if you're like the Fairplay says, it's like, ooh, don't do that.
Also, anything The Rock and Fairplay both say, I'm sorry, Johnny, it's going to be a little cooler when The Rock says it.
Well, no, The Rock came out with some ugly ass fucking Under Armour shoes yesterday that I was just like, Fairplay winning the shoe game. Put some respect on that.
Yeah, I hear that.
Yeah. They were the worst. I mean, Under Armour makes a great sweatshirt and joggers, but I don't need your ugly shoes. I promise.
Hey, but we love all the Under Armour shit on the challenge. Under Armour, if you want to sponsor the podcast, go for it.
Yeah, we just don't want your shoes.
The next person,
there was a good colorway. I'll give you credit, Rock. You got a good colorway, and I like the Rock logo. I just don't need any Under Armour shoes.
Yeah. The last person we hear from before we go to the daily challenge is Amber B, who we got a lot of this episode, and she's a little monotone in the confessionals, but she's got a really good situation right now. She's talking about her multiple levels of alliance. She's got the rookie girls, and then she's also got her true ride or dies, the Big Brother alliance of Casey, Josh, Fessy, Lolo. If she can get a skull, she's in a pretty good spot. I don't think anyone's coming for her, but I don't know when she's going to get her skull here. But we'll see.
Yeah. If Amber B can coerce her way into a Crater Eliminator versus Amber M, man, I think the seeds have been planted.
Yep, the foreshadowing's there.
I would love to see that. So, but that could easily be setting up Amber M for Casey to go and destroy her in 12 seconds.
Yep. We got a comment in the chat. We might have Ambergeddon. I like that. Yeah, the Battle of the Ambers is coming.
I am down for Ambergeddon.
Me too.
I like Amber. I don't know. I like the feistiness of Amber M, but Amber B is hot as balls.
Yeah, I think everyone thinks that. That is fair.
Okay. I mean, and she might get hotter every week. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
All right. Next, it's the All Brawl. Oh, yeah, man.
Play on the All Brawl.
And we have to find the X relic. Oh man, did this harken back to the days of old of the challenge? Like I'm just like, I haven't seen the challenge in how many years, and I'm like, I recognize that motherfucker. So I recognize two things from the challenge: that X baton thing and CT. So I'm not sure which one's older. It's both. They're both relics. So, but yeah, I thought this was fun. What did you think?
Yeah, I really dug this challenge. I liked that it was physical. There aren't a lot of rules to this. It was pretty clear to tell who was winning. I think they've dropped the ball a little bit on some of the daily challenges this season. I'm looking at you, drone challenge, as being maybe the stupidest, most pointless challenge in the history of the challenge. But this is what you want: a chance for them to put hands on each other, a chance to get physical and really show who wants it. And I think it delivered. It delivered actually more than I thought it was going to. I thought we were going to get some big physical showdowns. But then we get Nam with some sneaky play that leads to some even sneakier play by CT, and this was so much fun to watch. I dug it.
I like shocked to see strategy. I love the physicality of it. And just another reminder that the challenge is not for me. Unfortunately, sorry guys. And I didn't need 3 phases.
No, I mean, you got a real issue here. I hated the final round.
Yeah.
Let's go through. So round 1, we've got Nani, Lolo, Anissa, Big T, and Cam.
Yeah.
Nani's my girl, but I don't know what she's doing. Just throwing the relic to Cam, just letting Cam have it. Okay. But the big event here is that Lolo is pissed because Anissa choked her around the neck.
Yeah, from behind.
From behind. Do you think if Anissa choked her from the front, Lolo would have been more cool with it?
I prefer a girl choke me from the front.
Okay.
Just previous experience.
Yeah, so that makes sense. So, Anissa, next time you want to choke Lolo out in a challenge, just do it from the front. She'll appreciate it.
Yeah, but she would have fought your ass outside if it was during the game, and I do love that. I like Crazy Lolo. I think Crazy Lolo is good TV. I mean, because we watched Celebrity Big Brother, and it was just like you watch the first few episodes, you're just like, oh my God, like this girl is one of the most beautiful girls I've ever seen in my life. I mean, she's she's the most athletic woman I've ever seen in my fuck. She's the most athletic man I've ever seen in my life. I mean, like not to genderfy here. But and then, fast forward to episode 6, I'm like, and she's crazy. She's batshit fucking crazy. She tells us she's a virgin, and then you're like, of course. There's no way some dude, like, oh my God, like, look at what Nam's going through now, and he ain't touched it.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. This is, I mean, it's shocking how much she loses it from like what we saw it. We saw it on slow-mo like 3 times. Yeah. Like, Lolo, this is the challenge. It's a physical challenge. Like, you got slammed backwards. There's also a clip of Lolo with her hand on Nani's neck. So, like, what the fuck are you talking about, Lolo? It's a physical challenge. Get over it. She's just getting pissed because she's an athlete and she thought she was going to roll into this and dominate physically, and she is not, and she doesn't know how to cope, and she's lashing out at random people, and Anissa shouldn't have apologized.
Ooh, wow. Hot take.
Yeah.
Put some respect on that take, Zach.
Yeah. God, never say that.
Next, we have Nam, and he just flies out. I mean, just like the chicanery, just like it's honestly the most interaction Nam has had with anyone or anything in the house, including Lolo.
He was getting down and dirty with that X baton. Yeah. This was, first of all, it was good to see the guys actually compete for once. So I loved that. And number 2, it was so clever. Just watching him go. I was watching this like, what the hell is Nam doing for a minute? And then it slowly clicked like, oh, he's like, this is like when you're playing games in the pool as a kid, when you got to like try to sneak and be quiet in the water so no one notices you before they turn their back.
Yeah. He
snuck right to the end. I loved it. And then after he finished, he did some like turbo inspired martial arts moves, and they gave him the graphics. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, no, that was great. Next, Gabby informs us that she's going to be like a pig in shit. Bring on the bacon. Holy moly. Gabby is secretly the hottest girl in the house, I think.
Really?
Maybe. And winning shit makes you hotter. I don't know. I'm just like, I'm so superficial like that. I'm the worst. I mean, like I'm Jonny Fairplay. It's a fucking misnomer. I mean, come on. Like, it's not like, oh wow, I really expected more from you, John. No. So yeah, no, I think she's low key, the hottest chick in the house, saying pig and shit. Fucking wow. Yeah, here we go. No Hype Network. You called it right. Gabby Smoke Show. Boom.
Yeah, she's no doubt. But
imagine Gabby on a warm weather season, right? Put some respect. Oh no, stop. Real quick, super hot take. We get the confessional from Gabby. We go to commercial. Floribama Shore, go kill yourself. I don't know what you are. I just saw the commercial, and the world does not need this, especially in 2021. I mean,
I watched it time shifted. What the fuck is Floribama Shore?
What's time shifted? That's more important than Floribama Shore.
No, like I watched the episode time shifted. Like I didn't watch it live.
Okay, you call that time shifted?
Yeah.
Oh, stop it! You fucking millennials! Jesus Christ! I call it the fast forward button. All right. And some houses they call it the Jeff Jarrett button. He's a wrestler no one liked. You fast forward through his matches. Anyway, no, Floribama Shore is the, I'm guessing, Florida, Alabama version of Jersey Shore. And they drink and fight in a house.
Okay. So like the Jersey Shore, but in the Floribama Shore with hillbillies?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So there was a guy on the challenge. I think it was like Joss, maybe, from Floribama Shore. I remember that and having no clue what it was. So
okay. How was he? Please tell me he's horrible.
Utter shit, yeah.
He what?
He was utter shit.
Okay, there you go. Well, this commercial, I'm sitting there like I'm watching I'm like, no.
Yeah, it was Gus, not Gus.
Yeah.
That's right.
Okay. Well, no. All right. So MTV, I know you're watching. Stop it. Stop. I mean, geez, just show ridiculousness 28 more fucking times a day. And
No, we're good with that too. Just give us more real world. Just show real world reruns. Everyone loves the real world.
Hey, how about this? How about a fucking music video? How about that?
No.
Okay. I want to see the baby.
But there is going to be a challenge OGs that, you know, a lot of people have been talking about that cast, and we'll get into that later. But that is another show coming in the pipeline that I'm very excited about.
Oh man, I know plenty of those people. I assure you, some of them intimately.
Yes, that's what I'm excited to hear about.
Yes.
That fourth round of the daily challenge, we get Corey, Devin, CT, Leroy, and Darrell. CT somehow improves on Nam as he's kicking it with his feet. Yes. And I think people knew he had it, and they were searching his feet, and they still didn't find it. That was so fucking good to watch.
Yeah. So there you go. Oh, real quick, Gabby did end up getting the relic in the previous round, and Devin was supportive. Very out of character for Devin.
Yeah, sure. We had to talk about Devin. So
yeah. Next, we have Darrell with some good lines. It's good to see Darrell sneak his way back into the season a little more. So I understand he's not creating drama outside of this, but I mean, his one-liners are among the best in challenge history.
No, I agree. It's always good to hear from Darrell, and his takes are funny. So
yeah,
keep him coming.
And watching CT in this challenge, how many times has CT had that X relic in his hands before?
Ooh, that would be a fun stat to try to piece together.
Right. I mean, because I'm just sitting there thinking, I'm just like, this dude has probably held that relic like more than like I could undo my zipper and count to 11. At least that.
Sure. Yep.
Okay.
No.
Freshly manscaped, Zach. I can count. We're good. Yep. All right. So then we have the battle of I guess, do we start with CT versus Nam? And CT knew what he was doing. It's one of those deals where I think experience is a huge factor. I mean, like, yes, you know, Nam is a Greek god, as far as body is concerned. You know, he's younger, he's stronger, he's faster.
Oh yeah.
However, you know, CT has been doing this so many times. You learn things, you know, like there's things that I can do, very few things, but there's things that I can do better than someone potentially bigger than me just because I've done them. So
I mean, yeah, we opened this season with Leo Rush throwing people on his back, and he's like the smallest dude out there, like weight wise. So yeah, CT knows he wants to get Nam in the water. He wants to go to ground first and have the top position, and that's what ends up doing it for him, as Nam's like getting waterboarded while he's trying to fight the thing back. So absolutely.
Looking for that great rookie moment that was not to be.
No, he's still hungry for the rookie moment, though. We'll see. We get Gabby and Cam next. Nothing to talk about. No. Gabby's hot, but Cam's a beast. Yeah, pretty much the takeaway.
Yeah, and this is followed by CT doing a confessional in which you wouldn't imagine Big T was there based on the verbiage he used, but yep, she was right there.
Yeah, we find out that the final round has to be with their partners, so it's going to be Kyle and Cam versus Big T and CT by gender. So Big T is going to have to beat Cam if CT is going to win anything, and CT he seems pissed.
He is.
Like, pissed with production. Like, this is bullshit. Why did I just put all this energy and effort into this? I gassed myself, and now, like, what's the point of even what we're doing? Yeah.
And shockingly, Cam beats Big T, and we have Kyle beating CT with I'm guessing a little help from CT. All right, I love Devin. I've made it no secret this season. My mutual admiration society with the character, the likes of Devin that I compare to myself. And I don't think I liked the Devin stopping the confessional with and was that just too cute by a half?
Yeah, the editing on this whole episode was corny, and I hated it.
Okay.
So, yeah, I was not a big fan of that, and I'm not a big fan of them not showing us who was going into the crater, but we'll get to that in a minute. But yeah, this is my problem with Devin is I think he's good, but then he goes a little too far every time.
Well, I don't blame him for this one. I mean, like that was them. Like, we're gonna show, and because I'm sure they told him they're like, oh, we can do this where we show. I don't know, but it was just.
I'm sure they did, but you would also be the first to blame the idiots going out to play Survivor or whatever who filmed that dumbass B-roll and don't tell the producers I'm not fucking doing that. I'm gonna look stupid. Yeah. So Devin should also have some degree of self-awareness of this is not going to play well.
I would like to think that, but I would also lean toward the belief that Devin's like, yeah, airtime's airtime. Fuck it.
I think. Oh, and he's got that like really cool like white shirt that looks like the hotel bathrobe and like a big chain going down. He looks ridiculous in those series of confessionals.
Yeah. Swing and a miss. So yeah. All right. I think it's time for someone other than us to say something other than us. Winter's here and it's crazy cold outside. But what you don't know is you should still drink more water. By the time you feel thirsty, it's too late. You're already dehydrated. You can't focus and you feel tired.
Drinking enough water is critical for a healthy lifestyle that you're trying to maintain. It increases your brain power, boosts your productivity. It can prevent headaches and it'll increase your focus. Not only that, it improves your skin and mood, and it can help with your digestion and give you energy. Wow, it also prevents bad breath and can help you lose weight. But how much water should you drink each day? 10 cups? A gallon? The good news is that it doesn't have to be so complicated. That's why I start my day with Hydrant, because Hydrant helps you hydrate faster.
Hydrant has created a refreshing electrolyte powder that you mix directly into water to more efficiently and effectively hydrate your body. It hydrates you quickly and keeps you going for longer. Each rapid hydration mix has the 4 essential electrolytes that your body needs: sodium, potassium, magnesium, and zinc, and it packs a punch to help your body hydrate fast and stay hydrated. If you're looking for that extra boost of energy, there's also Hydrant Plus Caffeine, which contains 100 milligrams of caffeine from green tea. Hydrant is backed by research. The formula was developed by an Oxford scientist. It also is loved by pro athletes, top performers, celebrities, and has thousands of 5-star reviews.
It's made with real fruit juice powder. It's delicious and refreshing, and it comes in a variety of flavors, including iced tea, lemonade, and fruit punch. My favorite personally is the grapefruit. It's a classic and I go back to it. It's delicious. Plus, this stuff is backed by a 100% satisfaction guarantee. If you don't love it, you can send it back for a full refund. You really need to try it for yourself to see what I'm talking about. It tastes incredible and it works.
Well, Hydrant starts at just $1 a packet for a 30-day supply, and you save even more with a monthly subscription. And it's so easy to get. We've got a special deal for our listeners to save 25% off your first order. We're not kidding here, folks. 25%. Go to drinkhydrant.com/survivor and enter our promo code SURVIVOR at checkout. That's drinkhydrant.com/survivor and enter promo code SURVIVOR for 25% off your first order. That's drinkhydrant.com/survivor. Enter promo code SURVIVOR to save 25%. And we thank them for sponsoring the podcast. Growing up, cereal was one of the best parts of being a kid, but I had to give it up because I realized it was full of sugar and junk that you really shouldn't eat.
I've been trying to cut down on carbs, sugar, and unhealthy food and realized I basically can't eat anything anymore.
Now, I've been drinking protein shakes and powder for years, but finally found a delicious way to get my protein before and after workouts.
And I know New Year just hit us and we're all trying to eat better if we're sticking true to our goals, but healthy breakfast doesn't have to be boring. Magic Spoon has the amazing flavors you love, but without any of that bad stuff you want to avoid.
But Zach, Magic Spoon has released a brand new variety pack now featuring peanut butter.
Nice! They released peanut butter as a limited edition flavor in 2020 and it sold out 3 times. Peanut butter's gotten so much love that they've decided to keep it permanent and add it to the bestseller variety pack, which also includes frosty, fruited, and cocoa.
0 sugar, 13 to 14 grams of protein, and only 4 net grams of carbs in each serving. We're talking only 140 calories a serving.
Plus, it's keto-friendly, gluten-free, grain-free, soy-free, low-carb, and GMO-free. I love Magic Spoon cereal, and I am so stoked that peanut butter is here to stay, and it's so good mixing it with the cocoa. Excellent. That's how I like to start my morning. Johnny, what's your favorite?
Oh yeah, the cocoa peanut butter combo. Now, I'm not going to say what my favorite candy is because I try not to eat candy, but it's the cocoa and peanut butter combo. That's what's going on, and that has changed my mornings for the rest of my life.
Oh, it's so good. So you should head to magicspoon.com/survivor to grab a variety pack yourself and try it today. And be sure to use our promo code SURVIVOR at checkout to save $5 off your order.
And Magic Spoon is so confident in their product, it's backed with a 100% happiness guarantee. So if you don't like it for any reason, they'll refund your money, no questions asked. That's magicspoon.com/survivor, and be sure to use promo code SURVIVOR at checkout to save $5 with your order.
Remember, get your next delicious bowl of guilt-free cereal at magicspoon.com/survivor and use the code SURVIVOR to save $5. Thank you, Magic Spoon, for sponsoring this episode.
Thank you, Magic Spoon.
Yeah, and we are back, and Cam and Kyle are the winners. And they, I respect them as the winners here. They are scheming. We see a little bit of that, but it seems like the whole house is pretty predetermined that without knowing whether it's guys or girls, there's one team that's got a layup for the guys and a layup for the girls. And Amber M and Michie, I don't really know how much of a fight they ever could have put up. I think they tried to do a little bit of fancy editing here and a little bit of fancy editing there to try to trick us. But this seemed like a foregone conclusion to me. There's almost no strategic reason for anyone to get behind another group.
The only other thing that we see is Kyle basically making the pitch. He wants Anissa and Fessy in, and if you don't vote them in, then that's who he's putting up.
Yeah, I know, but then it's like, okay, fine, they're going down against Amber and Michie, and then Kyle and Cam just made big enemies.
Yeah, so
I don't
know. The threat that he made, he also said with a smile, but I think that's just him. Like he might have meant it, but I don't think it came. They're just like I feel like it's one of those situations where he says that and smiles when he says it, and then he leaves, and then people talk. They're just like, "Do you think he meant that?" And he's like, "I don't know." He's smiling. Like, I guess he wasn't.
With those teeth, those blinding white teeth. Yeah,
blinding white teeth. Good on you, man. That's it. Kyle, you got a killer smile. So
yeah,
but so Lolo and Nam are I think a very, very huge red herring that's just being thrown out by production on this episode.
Mm-hmm.
But this is when we have Lolo inform us that she would have fought Anissa outside the game, and that's great. That's something that you should probably not tell people.
I'll say, Lola, back in the day when the challenge was even better than it is now, you would have just fought her in the house and then gotten thrown out for it. That would have been great.
Yeah.
We could use a little bit of spicy drama inside the house.
Yeah. And as Lisby said, Cam got a layup for the next round, which will be a girls' elimination.
Yeah, that's right. Amber M is now protected for the girls' elimination. So we won't get a battle of the Ambers.
Yeah. So that's okay. That Amber M will work her way back into the rotation for layup potential. Don't worry, guys.
Yeah. She'll be there. For podcasting reasons, I can't wait until there's only one Amber in the house.
Yeah. But actually, you know what? I guess no. I mean, because next week will be the final girl skull. No? Do they only have 3?
I'd have to check, but the girls were way behind, I think. Yeah, I think there's still another one out there.
Okay. So
I might be wrong on that, but I think there are still 2 female skulls for sure.
I think you might be right too. So Amber M can work her way back into a potential
Because Pam's got one, Anissa's got one, and Casey's got one, and I think that's it.
I think so too.
Yeah. So there's 2 left.
Okay. Man, these out of the crater eliminations are really fucking up the the flow here, aren't they? So next we see that Josh and Nani want Amber and Michie. Really? Shocker. Who doesn't?
Yeah.
Kyle says we can help our friends, but it's better to hurt our enemies.
Yes, I know. I love the joy he's getting out of fucking over their enemies versus helping their friends. Classic Kyle. I love it.
Yeah, and I felt a flashback to Pearl Islands, in which we have Amber M explain to the viewers in her confessional that Kyle is a great liar, but I believe him.
Yes.
So this harkens back. I used the word harkens correctly this go round to Dara on Pearl Islands in her confessional, referring to me. She goes, "Johnny lies all the time. He never tells the truth, but I think he's telling me the truth."
Of course. Yeah, you always trust the person. Like, you always think you're the only one that they trust, right? It's like, he's a terrible person, but I can fix him. Like, that kind of mentality.
Yes.
Yeah, and I have to apologize. I'll go back. I fucked up. Casey does not have a skull. Thank you to Courtney, Amber, and Liz for correcting me repeatedly in the chat. There are 3 skulls still left for the girls. That's wild.
Wow.
So yeah, there's going to be lots of good female showdowns in the crater, I think, to come.
Wow. Yeah. Like if I were the guys, I would just put my feet up.
Well, not if you're Devin, because
No. As someone mentioned earlier in the comments, I think that target on Devin is a little smaller with Josh having a skull.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think I would view Devin as a joke in almost every ass. Like, comparatively, Devin could probably kick my ass. But if I'm one of these other guys, if I'm Nam or something, I don't see anything that I'm actually afraid of Devin about. I just watched Josh whoop ass at a puzzle that's a little intimidating. I also know he won Big Brother, which is maybe a bit more of a cerebral game. So, there's a lot of game left. They're going to need to come for those skulls. And I think Devin at some point is definitely going to get that taken from him. I'm not saying Josh won't, but I think Devin's the first one that anyone's going to come for.
Okay. Fair enough. So I think they're both targets.
Yeah.
I just feel like Devin's target's a little smaller. I think it's a case by case basis.
Yeah.
So, I mean, because some of them have friends.
Yeah. Shockingly.
Yeah. There you go. All right. Amber M is beginning not to trust Amber B. And this leads to Amber B telling Kyle, once again, trusting Kyle, the last person in the house you should trust. Is it the smile? Is it the smile that's throwing them off?
It's the smile. It's the accent. Like, I trust Kyle, and I'm watching the show and analyzing it, and I don't think you should, but I love Kyle. So yeah, I think he's a really good dude.
Yeah.
Speaking of the Amber showdown, where do you fall on the theory that anyone who's on a reality TV show with someone who has the same name as someone else, they'll always be enemies? They'll always go for each other.
It tends to work out that way. I mean, my feeling is, in the grand scheme of things, if I'm working in casting, with all the people on the fucking planet, there is never a need to cast 2 people with the same fucking name ever on a fucking reality show.
Yeah, it's dead confusing.
Yeah. I mean, like, my first season of Survivor, you had Ryan M or Ryan S and Ryan O. So Ryan O becomes Rhino, Ryan Shoulders becomes Skinny Ryan, which, he loathes.
Yeah.
And is now off the social media map as entirely because of it. And last time I saw him, not so skinny.
Yeah, way to go, CBS. You gave a guy a complex because you cast 2 Ryans. Don't do it.
No reason ever. As I said, like, I mean, this show has, one of the biggest casts of any reality competition show that you'll watch. 30 people still in the world. Of anyone to choose. I mean, like, if you had your heart set on Amber M, maybe roll the dice with Amber M, we get Amber B next season, or vice versa.
Yeah, I don't, typically they go with some kind of nickname like they did, like you were saying on Pearl Islands, but we just get Amber M and Amber B, and it's a little tricky at times to remember who's who. But this always tends to happen. It's two people with the same name. They're coming for each other. It's not going to last long if you think they're working together. So
yeah,
it all checks out once again.
Yeah, so Amber M only wants to know how Amber B voted. Once again, she relays this information to the last person in the house you should relay this information to, and that is Kyle. And then we go to who the compromise agents are and not shown to the viewers.
Whoa.
So I think this is a deal in which it's going to play out better next episode, in which the reveal is done to the house by Kyle.
Mm-hmm.
And so therefore it'll build a little more drama in that. However, what's the shocked look that it's fucking Michie and Amber M?
No, I don't know. Like, it was shocking to me, the momentum that was built for anyone other than Michie and Amber M. I think, like Fessy and Anissa got a fair number of votes, but I don't really understand the point of this because there was no shock. It ultimately ended up being what we would have expected coming into this. So yeah. I don't know. I just think they didn't have a lot to work with this episode, and they were trying real hard to milk not a whole lot.
Yeah. So allegedly, according to rumor and innuendo from Amber Waves, the vote was close, 10-8.
Yeah, it was, but that's like a really good editing technique if you get a shocking result, not if you get a predictable result.
Yeah. If it, as I said, like I thought with that face, like it's just like, okay, it's either Fessy and Anissa or someone else, not Amber M and Michie.
Yeah, I agree.
For the reaction.
Yeah, I think they were probably reacting to who voted differently or who didn't vote as planned. Like, I imagine, again, if production's getting fancy with not showing us the vote result there, I think they got real fancy with Franken chopping a few of those reaction faces. I don't think that was the reaction face to Michie and Amber. It was maybe to like, oh, CT didn't do what I wanted him to, or yada yada. I think it was maybe something else.
Yeah. I wouldn't be shocked if CT doesn't still know that they know who you're voting for, because I don't think he cares.
Yeah, he seems in a different world all the time. Like, he's bigger than everything that's happening.
It's just like, okay. Oh, that's every time? Sure.
Yeah, I mean, when they're in deliberation, right? Like, Michi's like, oh, we really don't want to go in. Is that how this works now? Is that what we do?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's cool. All right, well, then I don't want to go in. Yeah. Oh, wait, I want a skull.
That's good. No, we get to the crater, and it's finally revealed to us. Dun, 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 big reveal. Amber and Michie. No one's surprised. And fittingly, Nani and Josh go in. This was talked about. Cam originally pitched this to Johnny and Nash. I'm fucking up their names left and right. Josh and Nani originally told Cam they wanted to go in. And Kyle was like, we're definitely not doing that. We're not letting them get what they want.
Yeah.
And lo and behold, he goes ahead and leads the way, letting Josh and Nani go down there. What do you think about this for Kyle? He talks all this revenge, big moves, and we get Josh and Nani going down there.
I mean, I think Cam's calling the shots with that team.
Yeah.
So, but I think it could be a one of those deals where it's it could be a tit for tat, give and take type deal. Like, as opposed to a lot of teams that care more about, like the guys care more about the guys and the girls care more about the girls. Mm-hmm. This could be a team that the guys care more about the girls and the girls care more about the guys.
I can see that. Yeah.
So like Cam's not worried. So, and I think Cam's fairly confident.
Yeah.
So I think it's one of those deals where, like, maybe the writing's on the wall that, Cam will potentially end up with Leroy down the road. So he's like, okay, let me control the girl vote so that I get the right person that I want with the skull when I get in that position to pick that person.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I can see that. That makes sense.
So yeah. So maybe not.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And here's a question. What Julia, you what happens if a couple and disagree would be the word she was looking for that she finally finished with.
So what happens if the couple in power disagrees? We haven't seen it. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
They could potentially go in. That's always what TJ threatens, like every season. Like if you don't unanimously agree on this, or if you don't do this, if you split the vote, you're going in.
Okay.
So I imagine that's what's going to happen.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. So, well, that's not going to happen.
No.
All right. So, the Crater Eliminator is Asset Destruction 2 Electric Boogaloo. I was so excited. This time with Puzzle, because Puzzle makes everything better. Anyone that's watched the last 12, 13 seasons of Survivor know that if you go over something, under something, and then end with a puzzle, it's so much better. Well, why not start with the fucking puzzle?
Oh yeah, it's so good. And we made the girls drag this heavy ass cart like across the entire crater. We're just gonna have the guys do it for this. This was reminiscent of Big Brother All Stars 2, of like the challenges for the girls are physically impossible, and then the challenges for the guys are like nothing.
Yeah, like what was it? The thing where they had to move the huge crate thing that the girls could barely lift, but the muscle bound guys, literally manhandled.
Yes, absolutely. So yeah, Josh starts with
hold on real quick. I think the puzzle is implemented to as an equalizer for Michie. I think was the purpose.
Yeah, but he didn't study puzzles before he went out there. So
who studies puzzles? I don't get this. Like, I mean,
well, Ashley does. So
I've gathered that, but I mean, and like when I was on Survivor's Fans versus Favorites, like the favorites lost the first challenge. So so the favorites, we had a meeting in the water, and they're like, this can't happen again. Let's figure out where our strengths and weaknesses lie. What are our strengths? And so we went, around the circle. James like, I'm strong. It's like, okay, James is strong. Ozzy's like, I'm a good swimmer. It's like, okay, Ozzy's a good swimmer. And Eliza's like, I'm good at puzzles. And I'm like, who the fuck isn't good at puzzles? And she was like, what the fuck are you good at, Fairplay? I'm like, ratings.
Yeah.
and everyone's like, he's got a point.
So, yeah, I would also wager that James and Ozzy not great at puzzles.
Well, I'm not going to tell James that. And if I were to explain to Ozzy, he wouldn't understand.
Yeah.
So there's that. So yeah. So Josh says he struggled with the cart, but didn't show it. No, Josh, you didn't struggle with the cart.
What you did struggle with was throwing. You look like the war dog out there. That was terrible.
Wow. All right. So he's claiming they were 60-pound medicine balls.
It's a really heavy medicine ball.
But like the way he was throwing, I've never seen, other than the war dog on Survivor, I've never seen anyone improperly throw that horrifically.
No, like if it is truly 60 pounds, you really don't need that much heat behind it. It's going to generate its own momentum, as we see when he gets this straight. So when he's first up there, like one-handed, it's like trying to wet, it looks ridiculous. I don't know. He looks so uncoordinated, and he keeps making the ironic error. Like you can just see his face concentrating, like, don't hit the post.
Yeah.
And he just keeps hitting the post. It's like when you watch, a soccer kicker and penalty kicks hitting the bars. Like you did that 1,000 times in practice and you were fine. For some reason, Josh just can't pull it together for, it seemed like a long time. And based on everyone's reactions, I think this went on for a while.
I think so too. And it's like with me, like if I'm playing golf and there's a tree like right in the middle, I aim for the tree, because if I aim for the tree, there's no way I'm fucking hitting the tree.
Yeah, there you go. That's a very good strategy.
It works like a charm, Zach.
Yeah.
Like,
Josh should have aimed for all the puzzle pieces that he didn't need to hit.
yeah,
When he
and crossbar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that was tough to watch. It was really funny listening to like Darrell shit on these guys. This is the most comical elimination. You've got Michie can't do a puzzle, Josh can't throw a ball. Like, what is going on?
Yeah, and as Courtney C says, he was also throwing balls at targets that wouldn't break because he didn't pay attention to but like the whole premise of the puzzle was to show you where to throw. And he's like, man, like I think that was another thing, is just like, is he not throwing hard enough? It's like, no, those don't break no matter how hard you throw.
Yeah, I don't think how much velocity you're putting on a 60-pound medicine ball is going to make that much of a difference, because the 60 pounds is going to break whatever the fuck tile they put up there. It's just Josh being Josh, right? Like he spazzed, didn't pay attention. Like, this is like bumbling Josh, who I personally love. I'm a big Josh fan. I know I am like on an island with that opinion, but I think he's.
No, I like Josh. I said hanging out with Josh as I think he's awesome, and then I like, it's so crazy because like I would imagine Josh could potentially listen to the beginning of this episode and be like, oh, these guys are fucking haters. So, Josh, if you make it to the 1 hour and 10-minute mark, I think you're great. So I think you're an awesome person in real life, and I don't know what the fuck happens to you when you go out there, but it doesn't matter. I still think you're a cool person, and how fucking awesome was TJ laughing at Josh?
Oh my God. Once again, TJ, the greatest host in reality TV. And I can't wait for more of that epic TJ next week on trivia, because this is the highlight of TJ hosting, is when he gets to do trivia. This is gonna be so fun.
So this is Josh's first elimination in 4 seasons. Congratulations. He wants to thank his neighbor's cat Mittens. Wow. It's quite a reference. So I'd like to think that's a drinking game of some kind. Like, his friends are just like, every time you get in a fight, drink 2. Every time, someone stumps you with a multiplication problem, drink 4. And every time you mention your neighbor's cat Mittens, finish the bottle. Right?
Yeah. If you have a cat named Mittens, also just finish the bottle. That's terrible. Good for Josh for winning this. He gets his first elimination win. But like I said, it's the most Josh first elimination win ever. It's hilarious. Like, he's excessively celebrating over something that really wasn't that big of a deal. And he looks ridiculous doing it. And he's loud and maybe a bit obnoxious, but it's funny. And I think it's endearing. So I love it.
And this is followed by the second highlight for TJ, who loves to steal any moment he can in an episode, not purposely, just because he's awesome. Michie says, I was really trying, and TJ follows with, that's what was so sad.
Roasted.
Roasted. Good stuff. So Josh ends up staying with Nany. Amber is our first female rogue agent of the fucking season. How insane is that, Zach?
Is that right? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's how they hadn't figured that out yet.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Wow. That is fucking bizarre. And that makes sense why some of the other ones were so difficult to figure out, because they'd never had a female rogue agent before.
Yeah. So they finally figured, they're just like, oh, if this happens, this happens, this happens. So yeah.
They know the show has to equalize at some point of gender numbers. So when are well, here we go. A season full of injuries and unforeseen disqualifications. This season was filmed in COVID. This is feeling a bit like a COVID season at this point.
Yeah.
I'm loving it. I'm enjoying it, but it's like, What the hell happened with that boot order when you look back and like half of the names are grayed out because they got disqualified outside of the crater? Whatever. It was COVID.
Yeah. So, and next week it is officially a girls' elimination.
It is. So knowing that the competition's trivia, who are you eyeing as a potential threat to carry some power next week?
I'm trying to think. I feel like Gabby's kind of one of those people that, like, is into the tabloids and stuff.
Okay.
And I could see her doing a trivia night, perhaps. You know, kind of like my good friend AK is all about the craft beers and the ladies on Australian Survivor.
Yeah, I think where Gabby's from, they'd call that a pub quiz.
Yeah, pub quiz.
Yeah, I can definitely see her being at that.
Right? I mean, am I super far? Like, this is not in Lolo's wheelhouse.
If it was, I would be shook.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Gabby and Devin, right? That's.
Oh yeah. See,
That's
Devin's definitely at bar trivia.
Yeah. Devin probably hosts bar trivia.
Yeah.
That's probably his job when he's not doing the challenge. He reminds me of all those people.
Yeah. Like you get the fucking fake WWE title when you win at the end of the night. You take a picture and then they take the belt back.
Yes.
Yeah.
That sounds
He's
right.
that guy.
Yeah. Making terrible jokes, oversharing about his personal life. That's him.
Yeah. Playing like, you know, who remembers this song?
Yeah. Like,
everybody.
Thanks, dude.
Sweet. All right, there we go. I still love Devin. It's okay, but I think you nailed that one. All right, so real quick, I just want to thank everyone for the support you guys have shown the podcast. This is insane. I mean, you know, you're talking to a award-winning writer, USA Today bestseller.
Yeah. Yep.
A Survivor Hall of Famer, and we're talking about MTV's The Challenge. This is fucking nuts. So yes, we do normally have on Marie, and you know we expect to have Marie back next week. But this is really cool to see the numbers each and every week, and so tell your friends, tell your neighbors cat kittens. Press that subscribe button if you choose, and we appreciate if you do. Go support our sponsors. Their reason that the show happens. Become a patron of the ad-free version of well, you don't get an ad-free version of this, but you get our weekly Q&A and our monthly game night and all that other fun stuff at ad-free NSFW.com. It is the best way to support the podcast and get yourself a buff. As I said, this is my podcast GameStop moment for you. I don't give a fuck if you want the buff or not. Buy one now and sell it in 3 months for $100. So they'll all be gone by next week. So I started with 100, I'm down to 40. So 6 days. So there you go. Free. This Johnny Wall Street. Here you go.
Johnny, before we go, your thoughts on Katie Doyle coming back to We Want OGs?
Oh, my good friend Katie Doyle. If I could have cast anyone, she would have been my number one pick. So
okay,
very, very excited.
That's awesome. Yeah, that season should be fantastic. A lot of people were asking in the comments. You know, I guess the cast has been big time leaked. I guess it's everywhere now.
Trishelle was there, right?
Trishelle is on it. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, I'm excited. There's some awesome people on that cast list. I can't wait to see what they make with it. I know Mark Long was talking a lot about that when we saw him down in Florida in December, and should be a really cool season.
Very excited. So
yeah.
Awesome. So well, until next week, Zach, keep putting respect on it.
Respect.
Now that the holidays are over, it's all too common to set health goals that never actually stick. New Year's resolutions of the past, we're looking at you. And when it comes to eating better and consuming less sugar, let's be honest, most healthy snacks don't taste very good. They don't fill you up, and they certainly don't satisfy your cravings. This episode is sponsored by Monk Pack, who makes snacks that taste like our favorite sugary treats, but with less than 1 gram of sugar.
Monk Pack Keto Nut and Seed Bars contain less than 1 gram of sugar, 2 to 3 grams of net carbs, and they're only 150 calories.
They're great for anyone following a keto lifestyle and the perfect snack for anyone who is trying to eat better or cut back on sugar and carbs without sacrificing taste.
Yeah, that's so true. I'm personally not a keto eater, but I love these nut and seed bars. I try to have one of these always on me for a snack because I'm usually trying to train for a new running distance I'm trying to hit. I think 2021 is going to be the year for my first full marathon. And I think Monk Pack Keto Nut and Seed Bars are going to help me get there because they're giving me the energy I need and the nutrition I need to make those health goals possible.
Wow. Monk Pack Keto Nut and Seed Bars have the perfect balance of sweet and salty, a crunch from whole nuts and seeds, but still manage to be soft and chewy. How do they do it? They come in delicious flavors like sea salt dark chocolate, pecan almond, and my favorite, no contest, love these so much. Game changers, if you will, the peanut butter dark chocolate.
So good. They're perfect for a quick snack to satisfy your sweet tooth without any guilt. Enjoy Monk Pack Keto Nut and Seed Bars as a quick breakfast, while running errands, or after a workout.
In addition to being keto friendly, these bars are gluten-free, plant-based, and non-GMO. So with no soy, trans fat, sugar alcohols, or artificial flavors.
They really taste incredible, and you can't beat the low sugar nutrition or taste they provide. And by shopping online, you can avoid another trip to the grocery store by getting Monk Pack delivered right to your door.
Try it for yourself and see. And we have a special deal for our listeners. Get 20% off your first purchase of any Monk Pack product by visiting monkpack.com and entering promo code SURVIVOR at checkout.
And Monk Pack is so confident in their product, it's backed by a 100% satisfaction guarantee. So if you don't like it for any reason, they'll exchange the product or refund your money, whichever you prefer.
So to get started, just go to monkpack.com. That's monkpack.com and select any product and then use promo code SURVIVOR. They love it when we do that at checkout to save 20% off your purchase.
Monk Pack, delicious, nutritious foods you can count on, and we thank them for sponsoring the Reality NSFW podcast.
Any fool can climb a wall or crawl through sand, but as every fan knows, Survivor challenges are won or lost at the puzzle. The most successful players are puzzle masters, and you can be one too. Fairplay, Perplexers Puzzles creates handmade miniature replicas of many of Survivor's greatest and most challenging puzzles. Find out if you have what it takes by visiting the Perplexers Puzzle store on Etsy or simply visiting survivorpuzzle.com. Enter promo code FAIRPLAY, FAIRPLAY, at checkout for a 10% discount. And let me tell you, I'm hanging out on my patio on these beautiful summer nights. I have Zack Hacker coming over to my house, and we did the fire puzzle, the season 40 puzzle. I got the tree puzzle, and Zack was like, dude, these things are fucking awesome. So if you are a fan of Survivor, as Zack is, and I know he has a true, authentic Survivor puzzle that I have personally done, these Perplexers puzzles are the real deal. So go to survivorpuzzle.com right now, enter promo code FAIRPLAY at checkout for a 10% discount, and I promise you, you will not be disappointed.